Hello, everyone. Has some breaking news report, and I consider it breaking because let's face it, if nobody knows about it, it's breaking. It doesn't have to be released necessarily today. Quant, selected by Alchemy. Yes, you heard that right. And to not cause any confusion, this isn't Alchemy Pay. This is Alchemy, and I'm actually more bullish on the idea that it's Alchemy than Alchemy Pay. No disrespect to Alchemy Pay, but what is going on? Why is it important? What do I have for you? Smash that like if you haven't done so already. Consider sticking to the outline. There will be just a few chapters. This is not a very long video. Let's jump into the material. Number one, again, disclaimer, and that is, what is the difference in regards to Alchemy and Alchemy Pay? Great question. Well, Alchemy Pay, as we know, is a crypto fiat payment gateway that bridges the gap between traditional finance and, of course, crypto. Some people will say, well, that sounds like something that Quant would be involved in. True, but again, just want to throw out that disclaimer. Alchemy Pay offers services like fiat to crypto, on ramps, crypto to fiat off ramps. Basically, it's considered a white label crypto card solution. It's a cool thing. Some of you guys tag me on X in that regard. Alchemy, on the other hand, is a blockchain infrastructure platform that provides developers, with tools and, tools to build, obviously, and the whole thing of like Web3 applications, offers services like node infrastructure and developer tools. So just want to throw that out there. Now, what's important is this, that I would share this on screen. Shout out to Quant Papa for the key finding, and we both double checked to see if this was already reported out there. Didn't see anything in that regard. So I'm going to pull this up on the screen. As you can see, plain as day, it says on the search results, on these lots, you have one of one. Alchemy Blockchain Factory Development Services, Alchemy Consulting Limited, posted over on gov.uk. Why am I sharing this with you? Well, I want you guys to understand, again, it's the key things because, like it says, Alchemy Consulting Limited, the blockchain factory offers an end-to-end solution to all blockchain requirements through its unique rapid methodology. The factory offers a one-stop shop from ideation to design to rapid prototyping and delivery through to final implementation and launch of any project to provide a truly comprehensive blockchain experience for any customer. Now, emphasis. Emphasis is on all these terms that you see outside of that area. And that is what? Cloud. Yes, put some emphasis on cloud because I'm going to share why that basically is. Well, it's Quant Network and the whole thing of G13 Cloud. As many of us know, even on a simple Google search, Quant Network is a supplier on the UK government's G Cloud 13 framework, which provides access to cloud-based services from, of course, multiple suppliers. G Cloud 13 itself is a procurement framework that allows public sector organizations to purchase cloud services from government-approved suppliers. The framework is accessible through an online catalog, which is basically referred to as the digital marketplace. On top of that, Quant Network, as we know, has the Overledger operating system, and it enables fast deployment of solutions without the need for new infrastructure. So, interesting to see this, and more importantly, Quant Papa put some emphasis on this. G Cloud 14 is closed for applications. The applications are, of course, being reviewed. Say what you want. Is this because in light of some of the things that we recently have seen? Possibly. But thought we'd point that out. If you go over to this particular site, which is alchemy.com, first thing you see is Alchemy, like it says, the most reliable way to build Web3 apps. Powerful APIs, SDKs, and tools to build and scale your Web3 app with ease. Now, if you go further into it, it gets interesting. You see a lot of recognizable names. Circle, Polymarket, WorldCoin, oh boy, anyway. OpenSea, some big brands, right? And even like things like DraftKings and GameStop. I mean, how many times do we talk about some of these other things when it comes to even gaming? And of course, there's Trust Wallet. I have a Trust Wallet. Some of you guys do, some of you guys don't. But look what it says in regards to on-chain transaction volume, 100 plus billion. Middle part says 1.5 billion royalties to NFT creators. And we'll come back to the whole thing of NFTs here in a bit. One thing I also want to point out is 100 plus million end users. Now, if you get into the pricing on this thing, well, it gets a little pricey to a sense. I mean, maybe some of us don't think that's too pricey, but 199 a month gets up there. And they have even enterprise. And just like with Quant Network through the Overledger, that has its own pricing in itself. All right. I did say that we would get into the whole topic of, for example, the NFT side of things. And the reason why I'm putting emphasis on that for you guys is because I want you guys to see why this basically is such a big deal. And number one is this. When you go over to Quant Network, back in this update of Overledger 2.212 makes NFTs easy. Well, understand that Quant has this thing called QRC 721 tokens. And I covered this in the past, but I'll give you guys a little bit of a reminder. Overledger now provides users the ability to create QRC 721 non-fungible tokens and deploy them onto either Ethereum, Polygon, and XDC mainnets. All right, cool. But what's really interesting to see here is that you see this old posting and now everything is starting to come into light. And what I'm trying to put some emphasis on is it's that tokenization, right? Overledger Tokenize is one of the premium APIs, enables even those with little to no development experience to create, deploy, and manage the next generation of secure, interoperable tokens and digital assets on supported networks. QRC 721 tokens function like their Ethereum standard counterpart, which is ERC 721, but with the same definitions and structure of smart tokens. While ERC 721 tokens are designed for deployment on Ethereum network, QRC 721 tokens are highly secure and are blockchain agnostic to work across multiple distributed ledger technologies. Now, here's the point. We have heard these concepts for the longest time, have we not? Absolutely. What's important to understand is when you go back to some of these statements of powering global Web3 globally, and you see 1.5 billion royalties to NFT creators, well, how does Quant's Overledger come into the mix? And here is basically the answer. And it blew me away because if you're to go over to docs.alchemy.com/reference/get tokens for owner, well, it comes up with a search of one if you type into, the whole thing of QNT. Starting things off at the very top, it says get tokens for owner. SDK, if you're not aware of it, means software development kit. On this part, it says return the tokens that the specified address owns, along with the amount of each token and the relevant metadata. Obviously, talks about APIs, but think about Quant. Think about that API gateway. And some people, this will make their head spin, especially the ones that say that QNT, the token won't be used. Are they sure about that? Maybe they haven't done their research, because guess what? Boom, boil it, mash it, stick it in stew. You see it right there, plain as day. And it says what? Name Quant, symbol QNT. That's the token, everybody. And as you can see here, it mentions even the contract address. So yes, QNT is definitely being used on Alchemy. That is massive. And just to get into a little bit more about this, if you're wondering, just on a basic search, like what is Alchemy's net worth? Alchemy, a blockchain developer platform that powers Web3 companies, is currently valued at around 5.6 billion. And again, everybody, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just one of many different examples. And I'm going to give you more examples. I'm telling you flat out, this week will be the Quant week because there is tons of material. Shout out to Quant Pop, he gave me a whole grocery list of stuff that we're going to get into. But I don't want to make this an hour-long video. I want the emphasis to be on Alchemy on this particular one. Citation, of course, from Forbes. at least back in 2022. Again, we're in 2024. They're worth around 6 billion, according to Forbes. Interesting. And again, look what it says. Private tech companies, it's like, yeah, API orchestration, QNT token being used. Do we have more examples of this? Well, here's the other example. If you were to go over to assets.apply to supply digital marketplace.service.gov UK and look up in regards to the whole thing of G Cloud 13, right? You will see here, plain as day, a mention about not just Overledger, but more in particular on this Alchemy PDF. I'll jump down to it because what does it say? Features, understanding blockchain, training, communication, benefits, trends, enabling rapid adoption. Again, rapid adoption. All these things are things that you, me, and everybody else want to hear about. Tailor workshops to gather requirements and determine blockchain suitability. But more importantly, products developed using future-proof Overledger technology. Plain as day says it, enabling agnostic blockchain integration. That is definitely a big deal. And what are some of the benefits? Well, on page 2 of 4 of this PDF, it says future proofing solutions by using Overledger technology. How many times have we heard Gilbert Verdian say, are you blockchain agnostic? Are you future proof? Yeah. All of this is aging very, very well. And more importantly, if you go back to the past once again, from the Quant Network side, September 29th, 2020, you see Quant named a supplier on UK government's, yes, UK government's CCS G Cloud 12 framework. Now we're entering into the G14, and now we see things like this, that G14 is closed for applications. Huh. Kind of make you scratch your head on that, but we could put 2 and 2 together, can we not? That is a huge, huge deal. As we get more into this outline, I want to share something with you guys because sometimes we need evidence to support the hypothesis. Are you aware that if you were to go to committees.parliament.uk/written evidence /89592/HTML, you will find this link that has this written evidence submitted by Dr. Gramatea Katsiolu and Dr. Luke Riley. Yep, that's right, of the Quant Network. And it's research. And if anything, it was at King's College of London. They go into the whole thing of the role of digital currencies in the UK, the opportunities. I don't want to make that a deep dive, but here is your key highlight from this document. We jump down to this part, number 5. To what extent could digital currencies disrupt the economy and the workings of the public sector? And guys, I'm telling you flat out, be proud that you own QNT, because when you see statements like this, it makes you realize that Quant is so much bigger than anybody could even fathom. Because it says, plain as day, with the research, by the way, we think the main focus for the public sector is not the cryptocurrencies, but the DLT underpinning it. Governments could take advantage of DLT to improve efficiencies in the public sector. Dubai is one of the main examples of this, who are aiming to save 1.5 billion per year by using DLT for key government services, including visa applications. If you haven't seen my deep dive about that, go check it out. It's a few videos back. I'll put it on the end card for you. License renewals and bill payments. Think about Quant. Think about that DLT infrastructure. If anything, connecting other DLNs, distributed ledger networks. Remember, we did the whole thing about Finastra, talking about the competition. You know where we're going with that. Let's jump to the next part. Go over to gov.uk. What do we have here? We have a policy paper, the evaluation of the LORCA program, published originally on the 4th of August, 2023. But this was published under the 2022 to 2024 Sunak conservative government. And so it's still an ongoing thing. Any mention about Quant? You bet your sweet aunt there is, because what you see here, plain as day, is Quant was part of the ones on this LORCA list. And more importantly, if you're wondering what is LORCA, LORCA is a program. It's the London Office of Rapid Cybersecurity Advancement. It's basically a program that supports what? The growth of cyber companies in the UK. What are some of the goals? Well, it's to help cyber companies solve digital challenges and grow the UK's cybersecurity sector. Who better to lead that charge than a guy that's worked in cybersecurity for over 20 years, Gilbert Verdian? So we jump back to this whole thing. I'll take you down to this part because plain as day, you see that they recognize Quant Network because they understand that Quant Network is committed to building an internet people can trust. It's recognized for having solved interoperability through the creation of Overledger, the world's first blockchain operating system, and is leading the way for innovation and blockchain adoption. So I take you to the last part, just in case some people are feeling like, well, you gave me an example in regards to Alchemy using the QNT token, but would we really see, for example, the UK government use it? Well, the answer is yes on that as well. If you were to go to assets.apply2supply.digitalmarketplace.service.gov.uk, you will see in this G Cloud 13 document the whole thing on a search of 101 if you look for QNT on page 4 of 25. Why is that important? Because, like it says, Quant means Quant Network AG, company incorporated under the laws of Switzerland. And there's that reference. And more importantly, Quant tokens, or QNT, means tokens made available by Quant from time to time with which developers or customers may pay for Quant products or services. It being understood that Quant tokens may be used to pay third parties for products or services separately to the agreement. What do you already see? Boom, things like Alchemy. Boom, things like, some of the other things we recently reported on. It is all coming together so beautifully, and I'm glad to bring that to each and every single one of you. So that is the outline. We have some more to get into. This is telling you flat out, maybe the next course of the next 1 to 2 weeks. I don't know. A lot of emphasis is going to be on Quant. A lot of great key findings from Quant Papa. I'm, of course, trying to expand on it. We are a great team. Love that, brother. Shout out to Quant Papa. Keep killing it, brother. Shout out to all you guys that are staying the course. Know what you have. Know why you hold it. The research trumps FUD 110%, does it not? Simply do me a favor if you listen to the entire outline and type this. And that is just this. These 2 letters, QP, as in Quant Papa. And I'll know that you listened to the outline. Thanks again for listening, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. If managing your crypto feels like solving a puzzle, it's time to switch to Decent Wallet. Say goodbye to complicated setups and hello to Decent Wallet, the hassle-free solution to your digital currency needs. With just a few taps, you can manage, track, and secure your crypto with unmatched ease. And here's the best part. Grab your Decent Wallet at a discounted price by using the referral link below. Don't miss out on making your crypto experience smoother and more secure.